Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cool Ideas, the only automotive channel where the cars have fewer wheels than your lawnmower and somehow still made it into British history books. Today we're diving into one of Britain's most, let's say, unforgettable cars. Yes, the car that looks like it was designed after 3 pints at the pub and a bad divorce. A car so light you could probably get a speeding ticket just rolling it downhill during a strong breeze.
Reliant Robin.
Before we flip this review over like Jeremy Clarkson in a tight corner,
Help! Again, help!
hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes where we roast classic cars, futuristic monstrosities, and occasionally our friend Timmy, who once tried to repair a Robin with duct tape, 2 coat hangers, and a prayer. Didn't work, obviously, but the fireball was spectacular.
No, not again!
Now, let's talk about the Reliant Robin, the car that asked the question no one needed answered. What if we made a triangle drivable? Released in 1973 by Reliant Motor Company in Tamworth, England, a place apparently known for building things nobody asked for, this fiberglass creation had just 3 wheels, which means it technically wasn't even a car. It came with a 748 cubic centimeters, inline-4 engine producing 32 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute. That might sound weak, but the car only weighed around 450 kilograms, 992 pounds, which is less than a small cow. You could practically carry it to work if traffic got bad. It had a 4-speed manual gearbox, sending that raw power to the rear wheels, and a single front wheel for steering, just to keep life spicy. The top speed? Around 85 miles per hour, 137 kilometers per hour. But if you ever reached that speed, you either had a death wish or were being chased by the Inland Revenue. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour, 0 to 97 kilometers per hour, took about 16.1 seconds, slower than Timmy getting off the couch after watching a documentary on competitive cheese rolling, measuring 10 feet 11 inches, 3,327 millimeters in length, and just under 4 feet 8 inches. 1,422 millimeters wide, it was small enough to park in your kitchen and narrow enough to slide into your nightmares. Available as a 3-door hatchback, estate or panel van, it offered all the flexibility of a shopping cart, except less stable. Driving one was such an experience, it made the news more than some politicians. Fun fact, thanks to UK law at the time, you could drive a Robin with a B1 license. Basically a motorcycle license. That's right, no real car training required. And now you know why every British insurance adjuster aged 60 plus has PTSD. And yes, I know, some of you are thinking, but it was economical. And sure, it got up to 70 miles per gallon, 3.4 litres per 100 kilometres, which is great, if you can stay upright long enough to make it to the petrol station. This thing was so prone to tipping, it should have come with a seatbelt for your dignity. And let's not forget its pop culture legacy. Mr. Bean famously bullied a blue Robin in almost every episode. Top Gear launched one in Stratosphere, Britain's answer to NASA, but with more T-brakes. And even the movie Cars 2 had a Robin-inspired character named Tomba, which means to fall in French. Subtle, Disney. Real subtle. Of course, Timmy once bought one, said it was a chick magnet. What he didn't mention was that the only thing he attracted was the attention of local emergency services. He rolled it into a garden gnome display. Gnomes survived. Timmy still blames a rogue squirrel. We're still not sure he knows how rear-wheel drive works, but the Robin wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Oh no, we got the Mark II in 1989. New body, better brakes, finally. A few trims like LX, SLX, Royale. And the Royale had all the luxury you could ask for in a car that still tipped over faster than a cow in a thunderstorm. There were leather seats, mini-light wheels, even British racing green paint. You know, because nothing says sporty like 3 wheels and a death wish. The Mark III came in 1999, featuring Corsa headlights and computerized design. A step forward, and then a stumble backward when B&N Plastics tried to revive it in 2001. They made about 40 cars before realizing building a Robin was harder than convincing Timmy that a toaster doesn't need motor oil. And now, the price. In 1973, the Robin sold for about £600. That's around £7,500 today, or approximately $9,500. But hold on to your seats, or don't, because they might not be bolted down. On today's auctions, Robins go for anywhere between £2,000 and £10,000, depending on whether they've been used for transportation or for experimental aviation. The most pristine ones, the limited editions like the Robin 65, have fetched over £10,000, $12,600, which is about $12,500, too much in Timmy's opinion. But that's the joy of cars like the Reliant Robin. They're more than transportation, they're conversation starters, icebreakers, comedy props, and whether you love it or hate it, you will remember it. And if you're feeling extra generous, maybe even slightly reckless, consider becoming a Cool Ideas channel sponsor for just $1 a month. That's less than the cost of a Reliant Robin's front tire. Links in the description. Just scroll past the part where Timmy tried to ride one into a pub and accidentally married a jukebox. See you next time. And please, whatever you drive, make sure it has at least 4 points of contact with the ground.